Who but Canada could create the Mountie? Yes, yes, this is now perfect. This is the lens I'm going to be looking at a lot over the next few hours. National Park lens, just everywhere we can, we're going to be popping one down. Especially because next turn, I'm going to get Harmony in Nature, +1 appeal to all tiles in my empire. And once we finish military science, oh, you think I'm going to get sailing, do you? Nope. We're going straight for steel to pick up Eiffel Tower so that I can get +2 appeal on all tiles in my nation. It's going to be lovely. But ultimately, yep, we're just going to be looking for areas that we can put national parks down and creating them en masse. Unfortunately, mountains are really, really annoying. They don't get the discount to Canada tile purchasing, which I think is definitely not intended, but I can't say for certain. So we'll assume that maybe the game did intend it, but yeah, I don't know about that. More cities though. Windsor this time. And oh look, I just seem to be planting woods everywhere. I wonder why. I'll scrap that. Dad Tato already picked up civil engineering. That's wonderful. Just a one-man wrecking ball. Surveyor, Harmony in Nature. Let that one work itself out, but I should have a lot more national park availability now once I start to sort of look through my nation. But a tile moving needed for this one. And the promotion after that is also equally good. Park Rangers. Tiles and cities of a national park gain 1 appeal. Yep, it starts to stack. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another recording session. It's another day and we're looking at the beautiful city of Ottawa. I've just got back from my very, very mad trip to the Yogscast in Bristol. I am knackered, but I'm looking forward to getting back into this. I never realized how cute the hockey rink actually was on the map. Look at this. It's stunning. What are our immediate goals? Well, we are now beginning to ramp up into tourism. Mounties are very important. We want to get national parks everywhere we can, which is very, very possible. And to do that, eventually I'm going to want to put the land surveyor's card in so I can buy tiles with impunity. But we've also got an ability to use my builders in order to put down forests to essentially make as many national parks as we want. We are beelining the tech of Eiffel Tower. After that, I've already made a decision. We're going to beeline the tech to railroads so that I can build a beautiful Canadian railway. Of course we're going to do that. Of course we're going to do that at some point. And then it's a case of stomping as much of Russia as we can. I want to unify all of the tundra on the south side of this map. That would be beautiful. But more importantly, Russia is also the domestic tourist leader. If I can handicap them, the game becomes a lot easier because India, Scotland, China, none of them own anywhere near as much culture per turn. I mean, India only has 63. They really, really got stomped at some point, or they've changed away from culture generation. Whatever they've done, I don't know what it is, but it's fine for me. It works very nicely. Major J. King Kong leading the charge. However, we are now pushing in to the beautiful city of Pécs. I want to leave Hungary in the game, but I do want to go to war with Russia to kind of take out everything below the tundra line as quickly as possible. We have this sort of funny little grouping of units where like everything is just shuffling forward turn after turn. Bam. Oh yeah, that encampment is being shredded. Let's take that encampment out quickly. And now, oh yeah, Sean Kelly, you legend. Just keep hitting the city. Oh yeah, the army is strong. This is good. Russia is going to be much more of a problem, by the way. Hungary, they've been at war for most of the game. Their army is shredded and scattered to the 5 winds. We would be amiss to not take advantage of that, you know? That's fine. Sometimes the AI has one of those games and you just have to be in a place to take advantage of it. Here comes my religion as well. Lovely. England, are you attacking Kamasi? Are you attacking Kamasi? Am I going to have to step in here? Oh, don't make me step in. As I ramp up my tourism though, one thing I am going to do is just ask for open borders from everyone. It's expensive, but this is 25% bonus tourism on 179. As I get more national parks, that number, I want to push that number to as close to 1,000 as quickly as I can. If Kamasi dies as well, then all I can do is just move my trade routes to people, to the actual players, which is probably sensible to do anyway. I would just prefer it if it didn't die. Just putting it out there. Line infantry. It's so powerful. It's so wonderful. Lord Sucklington says, I will be the one to take Pécs. Don't you worry about that. And I can also take Pest at the same time. Delicious. Keep city. Only -4. That's not bad. This one is -3. That's not bad either. But Major King Kong. Can you get a promotion? Oh yes, thank you. Now watch this. Lord Sucklington is now attacking with 98 strength. Oh my goodness, I stole the Tale of Genji. I did it. I stole a book. It will make no difference because I was literally just about to attack that city anyway. But I like it. I like the fact that I stole a book. Backed with the power of a mystical god and a great general, can Major King Kong take on the city by yourself? You better believe you can. Oh yeah. There we go. Look, it's our own little empire we're forming up here. I'm going to leave a couple of cities in the north, but this one I thought for stability might be quite useful. Russia. Oh, Russia. I want your cities. I'm moving in this direction. Hey, it's Buddha. That's not even your city. It's not even yours. Who's my military ally? It's Gilgaberg. Can I join him with this war? Hey, I can just give it as a gift. Oh, I love that. And thus, I give myself the perfect +10 bonus. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, that's a Renaissance wall. Okie dokie. Good to know. Good to know. We should be able to destroy it anyway, but it's good to see these things. Time for national parks. It'll boost radiate. There's going to be a lot of these, like a lot of them. Don't even worry about it. They're going to be everywhere, especially because, and this is the thing that you're forgetting, because I have the Grandmaster Chapel, I can actually pray mounties in cheaper than naturalists, and this cost never goes up. Look, it's still 490, and each one of these is worth 2 national parks. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. Look, there's already national parks appearing that I can put down, but I haven't even started buying tiles. That's all I'm going to be doing with my gold, pretty much. Let's grab Anshin quickly. They're worth a huge chunk of science for me. That's my main science output now, just on great works. Beautiful. If you're ever worried about golden ages in this game, don't be, because every time I make a national park, I get another 3. It's quite frankly ridiculous. Russia wants to send a fleet of knights. Dad Tato says, you can try, but I will single-handedly take on all of you and win. Endless national parks. Put them everywhere you want. Yep, they raised Kamasi to the floor. They raised it to the floor, so I've just thought that's a bunch of golden culture lost. Wow, they didn't even keep it. I'm impressed. Also, this barb army to my south, this is possibly the most scary thing I'm having to deal with. This is way worse than Russia and Hungary, as is often the case. Lord Sucklington themselves, they take Buddha on. Oh, my Tundra Empire, it's increasing. -3. There's +9, -4. Okay, loyalty needs to just sort of work itself out a little bit. We're still having general problems here. Nothing too bad, and I'm still getting the kills around Lord Sucklington, which in itself is just wonderful to see. Dad Tato is still saying, hey, do you want some science? Have some science. And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of you. Thank you so much. You knew what I wanted for Christmas. Sean Kelly is the first promoted unit to level 4. Oh, +1 range now. That's awesome. And I'm starting to get things like bombards up. Our nation is getting technologically advanced in the art of warfare. That we've got enough gold to kind of funnel it all through, really. Double moving. Lord Sucklington. Come on, get the kill. Get the kill. Yes. Yes. Oh, we're getting so strong now. Here we go. Park rangers. Tiles and cities with a national park gain 1 appeal. That's actually the ability that Bull Moose gets. But now I have it, which means I can put a lot more national parks down, which is lovely. These mounties that have used all their charges, I'm just saying, you know, in your own time, make your way to the front line. I'll use you as an actual army. I'm starting to now send trade routes out to everyone. India, Rome, both of these people have now got trade routes. England, it's a 3 gold route. It's awful, but it's the tourism I'm after. Actually, no, look, there's a 6 gold route there. That's what we're after now, up to 300 tourism. What did I say I wanted to get to? About 1,000. The quicker I can get to 1,000, the better. Oh, huge flood just took out everything in a captured city. I like it. It's being occupied. The defenses aren't quite firing as they should, and suddenly everything is pillaged in one go. But no, this isn't good. Quickly, get the loyalty back up here. This is where a CAD comes in so handy. Just using heroes to demolish walls along with Lord Sucklington. Beautiful stuff. You love to see it. Sean Kelly says, wha-bam! Big wall damage there. And we'll go 1 attack from Lord Sucklington. Renew movement so we can then pillage and heal. Oh, this is so close. Next turn, we'll take that city. That's looking good. And I'm just using mounties as a way of actually holding loyalty in cities. Like, what else am I going to use? The answer to that is, by the way, like literally anything else. I could use anything else right now. Let's bring the siege tower in, and using a CAD and a siege tower, you can see that Major King Kong can say, the independence of this city, I question it drastically. Oh, that's a big hit. Another one bites the dust, and the loyalty in the area is just starting to increase now, as Sun Wukong is now the next person to just charge in like an absolute dragoon. Look at this. Look at that. Another city falls in the south, and then the mystical bombard choir. Oh, it's beautiful. And a Mountie will take this city as well. I think that's all the cities we want to take from Hungary, hence why I'm happy to remove my spy there. Loyalty could prove to be a little tricky, but I don't want to take Hungary out of the game. It's a 13 population city. I know this is a lot to leave. I appreciate that. The major thing, however, is that I want to leave them in, and this has no Tundra in it, so I just didn't feel like that city. It would have been logical to leave this one and then take this one, but nah. Sometimes you just don't feel it, you know? And that's the only reason that I've done anything in this game. Just wasn't feeling it. I think this army is going to have to go through the pass to the south, and this path through to St. Petersburg is the only way into Russian territory. There's some amazing lines of mountains blocking us here, but no problem. Lord Sucklington is doing the Lord's work, or maybe the not the Lord? The anti-Lord? I don't know. Silver and Lady Sucklington, by the way, are just taking over Mogadishu by themselves. There's no reason for this, but the combat strength I'm gaining is rather terrifying. Colonial officers will help me to actually keep the cities over that I'm taking from Hungary. Just a little bit more loyalty. Just a smidge more loyalty. Oh, I took my eye off the ball on this city. You see, look, the religious measure, see, that won't go through. That was me getting distracted. It was a side show, but I'm annoyed at that. Why do I always forget to do stuff like that? Where is my conquering army going to go next? Once I've taken over Russia, it's China, isn't it, that really needs to be taken over, but that's quite far away. Don't know. We might change my mind on what I do, really. Still making national parks, though. I've overshot on era score by about 30 already, and we show no signs of slowing down at the moment. That's 500 tourism, by the way. Still making these beautiful parks, but 500 is a really good start, because now, with open borders, I'm getting 600 tourism per turn with most people. That means it takes 4 civilizations to get me 1 tourist per turn. It means I'm getting about 3 per turn at the moment. Now, China is the biggest problem. They're getting 2 domestic tourists per turn, but already I'm now beginning to catch up slowly. This will take me probably 100 turns at this rate, but if we just keep cranking the tourism up, we should get somewhere pretty quickly. I think I've mentioned this before, but national parks have this other secret advantage. Every time you make one, that city gets 2 amenities, and the 4 closest get 1. So each one is worth 6 amenities, and they spread out in your empire. Like, now I've got over 10, 12 national parks. I'm getting happy, and my yields are beginning to just rise and rise and rise and rise. It's wonderful. I can just buy these tiles so cheaply as well. So cheaply. I'm not running out of gold. Using my builders to just endlessly put down woods. It's a wonderful, wonderful pattern here. Ballistics. Members win. You win no rewards. What? I thought I just about pulled that back on the last turn. Oh, never mind. It was a close thing. I'm just going to keep spreading my religion to them anyway, because I can. But never mind. 600 tourism now. Oh, it's beginning to rise. I wonder how strong Lady Sucklington is getting now, because we just keep eating slingers around Mogadishu. We are now on 75 base strength. That's pretty awesome. 6 barbs and 8 units. That's plus 14. Nice. Oh, the best bit is I think we can get that way higher. Way higher. Let's make peace with Hungary. They're probably going to pay me quite well for this one, to be fair. There you go. You see, being integrated into Canada wasn't so bad, was it? I think Major King Kong and Lutado take Kazan. We've got Lord Sucklington who'll be able to take this city with a double attack, hopefully. There we go. And we've just liberated this city again from Hungary. I'm going to try and keep that city. It's proving tricky. Russian cities should be a little bit easier to keep once we take St. Petersburg. I could just liberate it for 100 diplo favor, but I'll try and keep it for now. Let's liberate it as a last resort. I do like the fact that I stole Machu Picchu. Didn't notice that at the time, but that's very helpful. Looking at the combat strength of this bombard, you can really see everything stacking together now. It should have 55 strength, but with promotions and all of my cards added in, it's got 88. 33 more than it should have. Wow. Yeah, these Renaissance walls are looking pretty rubbish. You know, I had undersold how many national parks that I've actually built. I thought it was less than this. We've got 104 tiles and they're all mine. It's 26. 26 national parks, and I feel like we've barely got started. I have so much tundra. Delicious. That's what that is. Delicious. And here is St. Petersburg surrounded. Dear oh dear, this is not a place to be if you want to be hiding somewhere safe. Oh, have I actually got enough movement to take it out in this turn? You better believe I do. Okay, my spy has been lost, but at this point, if I needed that spy, something would be horribly wrong. Let's put it that way. It's time to pick up governor titles I no longer need. So I'm thinking I'm just going to rush now towards urban boom. 2 housing, 2 amenities in every city. We know that this is a wonderful one, and 2 population in the capital is kind of just ridiculous. This is quite fun as well. Praying in random line inventory just to really boost the power of my best units. Oh yes. Here we go. 109 strength Major King Kong attack against Novgorod. It's not bad, is it? It is not bad. This is the Mahabodhi Temple. I wanted the 2 apostles, but more importantly, I wanted the diplomatic victory points so that the AI wasn't going to get them. Do I trust the AI? No. Would I trust them as far as I could throw them? No. The AI is an unweighable being, and I am not very strong. Look at all those dark ages. Oh, only India and Yemen. They are resisting the influences of the dark age. Everyone else, oh, you'll be fine. What would I like? 2 loyalty per turn on cities not on my original continent would be weirdly useful round about now. Depends how much loyalty I've got. That's still -6 over there. That's really not very good. It's probably not worth it, is it? Should we reform the coinage for a bit of gold so I can actually afford the tiles that I'm buying? Let's do that. I am beginning to pick up a lot of extra trade routes now. A lot of my previous cities, what I would call the core Canadian cities, these are now starting to build commercial hubs. I mean, not hundreds of them, but I need at least 11 trade routes, and I currently have 5 because every single trade route I get 25% extra tourism. And of course, the merchants. Oh, the great merchants. They're not very good this era, but next era, they start getting very tasty indeed. So we do want to generate some points if we can. On turn 162, we are just about to breach 1,000 tourism per turn as well, which is very tasty indeed. This is why the open borders and the trade route is starting to add up really nicely, because I've now got 1,400, or maybe even more tourism if both of those things add up. I'd say we're claiming maybe 4 tourists per turn, and China is countering with 2. So at the moment, we should take about 100 turns, 198 turns it reckons. No, don't worry about that. It'll be much quicker than that. Well, I'll tell you what we should do quickly. Let's go sailing and then celestial navigation before we get steel, and then Ottawa can actually get a harbour. That would be quite handy. Oh, does it want a harbour? Oh, there's the Great Bear Lake that we can put a harbour in, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I was thinking about whether or not I could put a water park down, but I've got 2 lakes in Ottawa. We can do both. Doesn't matter what I do. Keeping this city is proving impossible. Loyalty is just not on my side, so I'm tempted to liberate this one back to Hungary. Yeah, let's just do it. They'll like me. Oh no, even they can't keep it. That is hilarious. Novgorod has been taken. Not many Russian cities left now, he says, realizing there's probably another 5 for me to conquer. Okay, there are more there than I thought. Never mind. They have brought Cossacks out, and these are very, very difficult because they've also got Crusade. Don't worry, Lord Sucklington's on the way. As much as I would like a 3rd Vampire at the moment, I don't really need those at the moment, although Vampire +1 movement would be relatively entertaining. I think the better thing for me to do is to just head down Pioneer. 2 food in every city, +4 loyalty in all cities. This helps me to keep my cities I'm conquering. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, it's a heroic relic. I forget that you can pick these up. I always have totally full monuments, but yeah, because I've been conquering so many, I have options now. I like that. Here we go. Cossacks are powerful. Yes, it's a problem. But Lord Sucklington says, I will eat you anyway. I don't even mind. I'll accept all tributes, no matter who, no matter where. We are now well and truly over 1,000 tourism per turn. We're up to 16.5, the nice number. And I reckon we're probably claiming now about 5 tourists per turn, which is good. We are now slowly accelerating, very slowly. One thing I didn't really mention is that, of course, there is an extra bit to the 4 Faces of Peace ability, which is every 100 tourism I get 1 Diplo favor. Now, at the moment, I have a huge negative, but can you see? +10 from tourism. Quite handy, isn't it? Very handy indeed as we send more trade routes to people. Can I get a trade route with China? Not yet. I'm a little bit far away from them, but if I take over this city, I'm pretty sure I will. The listening post is back into Russia. That's the equivalent of a +6 combat boost, which is very nice indeed. And we haven't got many cities left. Then we can make peace with Russia and we can go into our devious, very devious late stage plan. Oh, look at the bombard strength on those walls. Yeah, they're not hanging around long. More trade routes. In fact, I can even get one in with Scotland. Oh, this helps a lot. It's just Russia, China, Arabia. They're the only 3 I'm not trading with. And I tell you what I need to do. Use this great admiral to go and find a naval route across. That could be good. Aid request. Yes, another religious emergency. Oh, that would be good. Aid request didn't go through, but the religious emergency did. Well, that's very handy because I have a couple of apostles here now that are going to be very, very annoying for you. I've learnt my lesson. This time, your religion is getting decimated. Look at the state of these power-ups. 75 melee strength? No. 116. Bam. These appear to be city walls. I disagree with that premise. Go away. Do I like the fact that I'm making national parks in conquered territory while still at war? Yes, I do. That is deeply satisfying to me. Making national parks is hard, they say. It's really difficult. No, it is not. When you play in Canada, anything is possible, really. Anything is possible. I'm not entirely sure why that happened, but suddenly China's culture has gone from 200 to about 400 per turn. What are you doing? 4 domestic tourists every turn with them. Don't worry, we're still picking up quite a few ourselves, but we need them to stop getting quite as many. These great walls, they're probably part of the issue. Olnets has been taken, as has this city with 102 strength mounty attack, because don't forget, I'm actually within 5 tiles of a national park. Using national parks for offensive capabilities. You see everything on this channel. And there is steel. Eiffel Tower. To appeal to all tiles in my nation. I want that. I want it as quickly as possible. My capital. Oh, look at that. I've left some room for it. Who would have thought? All right, now I've got steel. Let's get flight, because then we can get tourism from all of my hockey. Got to teach the world forcibly about hockey after all. That was the whole point of this mission. Oh, I found the compass of Sinbad. I like all these random artifacts you get when you have heroes mode on. I never see these. Oh, don't stand in a national park. No, 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 no. Oh, you're going to get killed very quickly if you do that. Bring the thunder. Go on, multi-attack. Keep doing it. You know you want to. Then we can hopefully take this city in a second. I mean, it's so close now. So close. Do it, do it, do it. Yeah. There we go. We've actually captured all of Russia's territory, so I will offer them peace, which they don't want. Unbelievably, they don't want peace. That is incredible. Fair play. Maybe they'll think about that in a second and just say, yeah, okay, we thought about it. This is a bad idea. All right, there's my trade route with China. Is that going to be worth it, or do I need to actually conquer China? Because they are getting 4 domestic tourists per turn, which is not appreciated. I haven't got any of my boosts in yet, so there's a lot of tourism we can pick up, but still anything that makes the job easier is always appreciated. They've got steel. Maybe I'd have to wait until I got light. I mean, I do have the option of getting artillery. That's quite fun. Just need to find where oil is. There's a few things we've missed. Tech-wise, we're not the most comprehensive. I'm up to 33 techs. India's on 54. Yeah, we're very, very far behind tech-wise. I'm not saying we've been picking on the weaker people of this game, but we definitely haven't had any opposition, really. Not from a tech, but actually, not saying that. We did go to war with Rome and India, and they were very heavily teched. So I think I'm underselling myself a little bit. What are we going to vote on today? Resource-wise, nobody's really got a huge amount of anything, really, so I don't really mind. I'm going to vote for duplicates of spices, although it's probably going to ban it, isn't it? Let's ban spices. I know we've got some, but I've got so many national parks now, it's not a problem. And let's great work heist a bit more as well. No to diamonds. Oh, but we did get the great work heist. That is now a thing. Russia were refusing peace unless I give them back 1 city, but I will give them back 1 city. It's a shame for them because it'll be a city right on the bottom of my empire that they've got no hope of keeping, like this one. Oh no, minus 24 loyalty. That's a shame. Now I have peace with them. That means more tourism. Yes. The best bit about this is I can now take myself off my war government. So I don't need wars of religion anymore. I don't need oligarchic legacy anymore. None of it's needed. Let's have some fun stuff. Plot purchase cost reduced by 20%. I've been wanting to put that card in for so long. Let's get logistics in there. It's always good for hurling builders around the map. Today, like all of my faith is still going into Mountie spam, but so far we have not run out of things to use Mounties with, so it's been brilliant. I missed out on the aid request again, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not going diplomacy because I really fancy getting this culture victory. It's hitting a scratch for me that just needs to be itched, you know? So that's why I'm not going for these sort of things. I think I very much could have forced a lovely diplomatic victory if I wanted to. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rome has been knocked out of the game through loyalty. No, Rome, you die when I say you can die, and I have not said that yet. I think we need an emergency liberation army, something that can knock down the walls really quickly. I think a line infantry army, 1,000. Oh, I can't quite afford it. That's annoying. Bombard army would be 72 strength. Actually, heroes will probably be the most effective thing here, won't they? Oh yeah, here we go. This will be easy. Just a quick petition from me for access. When I make my account, when I make the Steam account that is linked to playing Civ 6, could I have a button that says I am from the United Kingdom? Because if I just checked that box, then, you know, this screen would never pop up, because then I'd always claim everyone's historical artifacts. Oh, sorry, Greece. I love playing Canada. I really do. Minus 120 relationship with Gandhi. That is yet another thing that really annoys them. And they have not denounced me. They will not do it. They refuse. We almost have social media now. 50% extra tourism to anyone I have a trade route with. That's everyone except for, I was gonna say Arabia, but I think they're now trading with me. Awesome. Let's see if an entirely hero-based army can be the one to conquer this city. I think it probably could. Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. Once we liberate it, hopefully Rome will come back into the game. We'll get a bunch of tourists and it'll all be fine. So the worrying thing is I didn't get it on camera, but I just had Gandhi pop up and tell me that how did I not understand that the future of weaponry was nuclear? Gandhi? I know you're fun-loving, but what's this hidden agenda, Gandhi? Where is he on the tech tree? Oh no. I think he's at combined arms. I mean, if I'm liberating the city, I can pillage everything here, right? That's totally legit. They won't mind mind if I borrow it? Oh, I love 6 movement with 2 actions. This is a good combo. Okay, right, next turn we can liberate this back to Rome. Now here at Ursa Ryan, I don't like to say that any turn is bigger than another turn. We're equally loving of all turns, but some turns are bigger than other turns. We currently have 1,527 tourism per turn, but unfortunately for the rest of the world, I have figured out how to build a massive steel triangle that looks a little bit French, and here we go, the Eiffel Tower. Why am I so excited about this? Plus 2 appeal on every tile in my civilization. Now the way that national parks work is that it adds the appeal up of every tile within the national park, so all 4 tiles, adds them together, comes up the number, and that's how much tourism it gives. So if I had 4 breathtaking tiles that were equally breathtaking at +4, the national park would be worth 16. Any land tile that isn't a mountain is now worth +2 more. So on average, every national park in my empire, assuming there are no mountains in it, will go up by 8 tourism. That's a big boost. So big that I've gained almost 500 tourism per turn. And don't forget, that's not just 500 tourism, that's 500 tourism plus 25 plus 25%. So it's probably closer to about 750. And now we can really see this kicking in. I am getting a tourist with every civ every turn. Probably more when you add them all together. So I'm now gaining maybe 9 or 10 per turn. China is getting 5. I'm catching them up at 5 per turn, which is good because I think somebody is now starting to go for space projects. This is going to be a bit close, this game. All of my games at the moment seem to be a bit close. I feel like we're doing the right things though. Bristol. Do I want Bristol? Literally just traveled there. It's a nice place. I'll keep it. Why not? Rome's probably thinking, I'm pretty sure this city wasn't so broken when I left it. And I'll say, no, don't worry. It's always been like this. It's fine. Oh, okay. Right. Rome is not going to survive the loyalty bomb from England. So what I need to do is quickly grab open borders with them and send my troops through to unlock and liberate their second city of Cumae. If I can give them both, there's a small chance, a very small chance, that they may survive through this. Luckily for me, I have some very, very good units to help me do that. Oh yeah, there's loads more national park opportunities for me now. And that's before I even start to rearrange my tiles. Oh, if ever I was struggling to put them down, this has helped drastically. Well, bam. I think, yeah, national parks. That's all I'm going to be doing for the next sort of half hour. Just you make one and you make one. I have only just industrialized. How has it been that long? No one knows. No one knows, but we'll not complain. We have it now, and that's what matters. Come on, Cumae. Accept my liberation. You know you want to. My first stadium. And most importantly, social media. Oh, everyone's happy to invent social media, really? Not really. But that gives me another 50% tourism of everybody I've got a trade route to, which at the moment is everyone except Rome. I would suggest that's worth about 1,000 tourism per turn. So we are now getting about 20 to 21 tourists every turn. Scotland have just got a big bunch of culture. Have you just gone to space? No, Scotland is just, for whatever reason, generating a ton of tourists. Don't ask why or how, they just shot up about 50 there. They just did, and that is fine. Here's Cumae. Liberate that to Rome as well. It says -32. I don't know if I believe that, but hey, if I get to endlessly liberate something, I can almost do in Australia. Just sell all my diplomacy there. Now, environmentalism, 25% tourism across my empire. That's a big one, and I'm looking forward to that. I mean, that would give me, what, 600-700 tourism? Lovely. It is amazing how many national parks you can cram into a kingdom if you try. What are we up to at the moment? 288 results. Just over 70 national parks. I love Mounties. Here is Flight. That is a little bit more tourism now from, namely, my hockey rinks. Only 7 per tile normally, but it's still pretty good. I mean, this national park's making 22, that one's making 30, so you can see that it's not a huge amount, but it's still very handy indeed. Why is this tile still showing as 0? Is it just too far away from my capital to be really benefiting from stuff? It's got 3 woods around it and nothing that should be reducing the appeal at all. Like, this should be a national park. Very strange, very strange. Well, Flight means that I can finally get the aforementioned railroad as well as some computers. More tourism. That's what I need here. More tourism. Also, look at that. The Kemans have just gained about 80 domestic tourists. I don't know how they've done that. They should only be getting 4 per turn. And they haven't just gone into space. What is this? Does anyone know what this is? There's some sort of recalculation. Scotland just did it and gained a ton. And now the Kemans have done it as well. It's very very, very odd, but that's like another 60 or 70 that I now need to get for culture. Oh, I just got 30 tourists that turn. That is ridiculous. Almost up to 3,000 tourism per turn now. How high do we reckon we can go? Oh, it's a good question. I'm Daft has been manning this border for the last, I'd say 1,000 years, waiting for this city to rebel. It finally has. It's your time, friend. Do it for Canada. Just watching Russia throw a rock band at me, I'm sort of hit by a double realization. A, Russia is still going for a tourism victory. You gotta love it. You have to respect it. Secondly, I can hear that people may be asking me why am I not using rock bands, and the answer to that is I just don't like rock bands. oh, I'm Daft. Hold the line. That was a bad attack. Come on, be bold. Be brave. This is in my capital, Cristo Redentor. Tourism from holy cities and relics and all that good stuff is no longer removed by religion. It's a small tourism boost, but it adds to the crazy ones we've already got to give us some very, very fun things. And look at that. Environmentalism. 25% bonus tourism across my empire. Oh, that looks fun. I still have 15 turns left on this industrial era, and I've overshot on the era score by 124 points. Think I've got enough? Not sure, Not sure. Saved up a bit of faith. Now it's time to just mass assault by the merchants to try and unlock some of the better modern era ones. Okay, John Rockefeller is up first. I'm looking for Sarah Breedlove or Mary Catherine Goddard. Those are both the fun ones. Yeah, look, it just happened again. China have just gained, I'd say, about 60 domestic tourists in one burst. They haven't finished a space project. So, everyone is now beginning space projects, which is slightly worrying. And I finally won a religious emergency. A bit late, but at least we won it. Yeah, why that's happening, I'm not sure. I have no idea. No one really knows. When was the last time you saw an Alcazar with 6 science, eh? Look at that. Breathtaking 12. Ha ha ha. Environmentalism. We did it. 3,693 tourism is now giving me 6,500, 7,000, 7,500 tourism with people. There we go. Victory in 4 turns, it says. It always says that. Whether it will be or not, I don't know. We'll pray that it is. Have you also noticed how much diplo favor we're making? 38 per turn, and that's with a minus 20 penalty, and we haven't got our monarchy card plugged in. Canada. Globalization is a lot of fun. Liberalism I don't need anymore because we're now so happy it's ridiculous. But what I'm going to do just to speed this up a little bit more is put music censorship in. It's a little bit of a happiness hit, just a little bit. It stops these rock bands. I was thinking, I wonder if the boost in tourists was because of rock bands, but I don't think it is. And my reason for this is this number. This is domestic tourists. This is caused by culture. All you're doing with rock bands is adding to your own tourism, not to your domestic tourism, your culture. So I still don't know what that boost is all about. I'm looking forward to seeing in the comments. Like, I'm sure you, all in the audience, you'll figure it out. You'll tell old Arthur, won't you? Yeah, go on. I love the trade route pathing sometimes. Look, the trader goes into the sea, and then it starts to go, all the way. Just pick a direction and travel in that for a little bit and then turn once. So much easier. You can imagine being in the boat. What are we going to do today? Left, right, left, right. The funny thing is, because I've liberated so many cities and I haven't actually taken anybody out of the game, I don't have any grievances with anybody anymore. Like even Russia and Hungary, we've barely got any grievances. So people are actually starting to change their mind. Like Rome likes me, Scotland likes me, England like me. They're all looking at me going, Canada, man, how diplomatic. You must be cool. It's so funny. I love Canada. Computers, 4,500 tourism per turn, which means I'm now getting about 9,000 with most people. And yeah, look at that. Oh, we gained about 50 tourists that last turn. That's crazy. And there we go. Huzzah! Sub 200 culture victory with Canada. I'd like to say that was a challenging end to the game, but it kind of was. Ending each turn was very difficult with that many units on the board. This was the ultimate culture puppet game. Proof that if you go hyper aggressive at the start, culture victories can be very easy indeed, especially with Canada, the master of domination, because those Mounties, they will convert your land very well towards the end of the game. I only got 2,000 points. I won way too quickly and didn't unlock any of the tech tree, but let's have a look. Buildings constructed, amazing. Cities captured, like 35? Cities founded? We founded about 13. Only the Kemans founded more. Okay, fair enough. That's a lot of cities lost. Oh, Russia, what were you doing? What were you doing? Districts constructed, That's why we beat the AI, ladies and gentlemen. Great people earned. Oh, I actually evened Russia right at the end of the game there. Culture, I had a very strong culture game. I think my science game, yeah, I actually overtook right at the end. That was pretty good. Score, I was only after the Russian war that I really overtook on that one. But let's have a look at faith. Ah, yes. Actually saying that, Russia outbid me on faith for most of the game. But look at that. The graph goes upwards at a speed of knots. Religions founded. Awesome. I got the last one. Units killed. Quite a lot. Units lost. Now, this is a good question. Quite a few, actually. Yeah, fair enough. More than I would like to admit. Wonders constructed. I did build a few towards the end. A very high production game. Canada is a very strong wonder building civ. And we end that game with 344 tiles of national park. It's about 85 national parks. Could you imagine how much faith I would have needed if I was using naturalists for that? It's the fact that Mounties do not scale, so you can have as many of them as you want and you just print them. Just shave the map a little bit zoomed out. So many national parks. To be honest, I could have probably doubled the number I had, and I could have settled down into the snow down here as well. So I had tons of space. I probably had space for another load of national parks on top of the ones I already did. I'll admit, I just didn't fancy it. I had enough micromanagement as it was. But even with 4,500 tourism per turn, I'm still picking up about 50 tourists every turn. Nobody can withstand me. Even China is now on 760 culture. I mean, 7 domestic tourists, that's fine. But I'm getting 50 something. So what you gonna do about it? Ladies and gentlemen, if anybody ever tells you that Canada isn't a domination civ, look at how the diplomacy of this game has gone. Nobody has denounced me. Nobody has gone to war with me. They are the perfect domination civ. You can trade with everyone throughout your domination run. No other civ can do that. S-tier domination civ. Sure, they don't have any combat strength bonuses, but do you need them when you have that much gold and economy? Of course you don't. I just wanted to quickly say thanks everybody for such amazing December support. This month has been mad with a lot of traveling and a lot of charity projects going around, so if you haven't seen the charity campaigns, I particularly go and have a look at the one for CivGive because I'm still looking for a bunch of city names, unit names. There are drawings, there are messages that you can buy for charity. Go have a look at that. It's a really wonderful cause. But juggling all of this stuff in December is really tricky. All of the love, all of the likes and subscribes and interaction with the video generally, it massively helps as we are a little bit busy at the moment, but it's been a pleasure. I really enjoy making these sort of series. I hope you do as well. Maybe I'll do it again sometime. Until next time, wish Wilfred goodbye, because if you don't, he's gonna hockey you to the ground. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!